We can take Nia's Lament, card remove, take a rare colorless card, or trade out for Boss Relic. I don't usually trade out for Boss Relic as Ironclad because the starting relic is really good. I also usually don't take Nia's Lament because as Ironclad you heal in hallway fights, so if you make the hallway fights really easy, you like kind of bump up against your max health. And I usually don't card remove because you want to remove strikes, but then you don't want to remove them before Gremlin Knob. What elite do I hate the most or lose to? I don't know if I really hate any of them. They're all just like, they're all speed bumps, right? You just have to get past all of them. I think probably Gremlin Knob is the one that like distorts the game most around himself. Just like preparing for Gremlin Knob and then getting hit by Gremlin Knob for like 40 just like changes Act 1 so much. But I think without Gremlin Knob, Act 1 like wouldn't have enough bite. So I don't really think like the game needs Gremlin Knob. Reptomancer kills me a lot. So I think we're basically forced to take Curse for a rare colorless card here. I guess let's look at the map and see if we can find a shop. Yeah, so I guess we'll go this right path probably. Ooh, that forces us into a Mega Elite. Can't do that. This is a pickle. So maybe we take the Nia's Lament instead. Can we get a snipe with it? We could theoretically snipe this guy, we could go through 3 question marks. It's like a 60% chance. Yeah, and then we get a 3 Elite Act 1. Okay. Yeah, let's do Nia's Lament then. The curse might be really bad. I like Nia's Lament because it gets you past the sort of easy beginning part of the game like really quickly. It's like, alright, forget about all that stuff. Just go take some card rewards and start fighting more interesting stuff. You hate sentries, huh? Sentries are just a test. Sentries, they align really well with the Act 1, the dangerous part of the Act 1 hard pool, where it's like, you just need to have AoE to win after the early part of Act 1. And sentries are just like, hey, did you get that AoE? Oh, you didn't. These are all terrible. We could take Sever Soul, that sort of like gives the deck an identity a little bit. Try and do the wound thing. I think we'll take Pommel Strike. Pommel Strike at least doesn't like commit me to anything. Iron Wave is kind of neat too. Iron Wave's good against Gremlin Knob. But I think Pommel Strike does more. It also says Strike in the name, which is sometimes good. Alright, trying to dodge fights here. What do we get? Infernal Blade. Okay. Well, I almost never pick Infernal Blade, so I guess this is my opportunity to play it. Okay, so we did encounter a fight here, so we're not getting any free elites. I think we'll go this way anyway, just because we don't want to be forced into the Mega Elite. Shockwave is insane, unless we're against Slime Boss or not. Early armaments can be good if you're going for Searing Blow. I think it's just Shockwave though. The Lyces. Oh, Hemokinesis. I don't want that. Carnage is great in Act 1. Good for dunking on all the easy monsters. We can make people vulnerable and then Carnage them. That's nice. We are picking up a bunch of 2-cost stuff. That would be Bash, Shockwave, and Carnage, all costing 2. And we have some card draw in the Pommel Strike. So that's not good. I think it's a Carnage. We've only taken 1 attack so far, Pommel Strike, so we need a little bit more meat. Probably taking an upgrade on Carnage. Carnage gets a lot of damage, 8 damage. Shockwave is also really good, but sometimes you can't play that quote-unquote Gremlin Knob. Here he is, the man himself. Bash versus Shockwave. Giving him weak is a pretty big deal. Makes his first like 24 damage attack into a 16 damage attack. We still get the vulnerable. We also get rid of Shockwave so we don't draw it after the shuffle. I like Shockwave. Keeps him vulnerable for an extra turn. I feel like Slavers are among the fairest elites. All they do is they just do a bunch of damage, and they're like, what? What were you expecting? Alright, Duvu Doll. Well, that's interesting. Disarm is amazing, particularly against Hexaghost. Double tap is kind of fun with Carnage. We'll take Disarm. Alright, so how do we get curses? We want to find curses. So we need to get some question marks so we can get like the warped tongs or something. Repto is an Act 3 elite Reptomancer. She's the snake lady that summons daggers. That's fair. That's fair. Slavers do also do a bunch of debuffs, but it's like, I don't know. Like Book of Stabbing, if you have like a really slow defensive deck, just like outscales you and kills you, right? It's like he feels like really unfair in that context. Gremlin Leader, if you like can summon just like a bunch of Gremlin Wizards, and if you can't deal with them, you die, right? But like, but Slavers are just like, they will just punch you in the face. That's what's dangerous about this fight, so you will die. They're very straight up. Shockwave, Disarm, and Bash all have great upgrades. I'm pretty partial to Disarm Plus. Disarm Plus is something I like a lot. Shockwave is probably better in hard pool hallway fights. And against sentries. Yeah, I guess we'll do Shockwave. Carnage Roar. We're probably going to get Leaf on that guy next turn, so we'll go and block for 5 here. If we're not getting 2 strikes, we can use the attack potion. That's enough by itself. Great. Okay. Guess we're not going to kill this guy next turn, so we should just target the one who's attacking now. The daisies begin. Alright, if we're lucky we can do 15 damage. That does do it. Oh wait, no, we don't have enough energy. Attack bot to save 7 health. No. Wow, he might attack us again. One of the Ascension things is you only get 2 potion slots. It's annoying. Which Ascension is it? Oh, 11. Classic Ascension 11. Oh hey, that was exactly lethal. Neat. Spot weakness is a thing. Pretty good against Hexaghost. I don't mind it. Man, 10 and 11 is a brutal combo. That's like, a lot of them are just like, elites are harder, bots are harder, right? You don't like really notice, but like, starting the run cursed and starting with fewer potion slots, that's a punch in the mouth. Like, Ascension 14 is just like lower max HP, right? Like that only matters if you die, right? It only matters if you go to like 2 health versus dying. I guess it matters if you might get less value out of resting too, but it's nothing like starting with the Ascender's Bane. Yeah, I'll take Spot Weakness. That's our first way to scale, so I like it. You need one of those. Ooh, a big chest. Bottled Flame makes me suspicious. If we put the Carnage in the bottle, then we can eventually just like remove the Carnage from the deck, and then we're not totally out of luck. Yeah, you know, people do that. Some streamers do that. Like Bela Lord spent a long time trying to get a 1 to 20 win streak. So it's fun to be back on the low Ascensions and have things be a little bit easier. I think the game is probably a little bit better balanced at low Ascensions. Unfortunately, it's a little bit too easy. So I don't mean like balanced for difficulty. I mean balanced for fun. Like the game is designed to be fun on low Ascensions, and the game is designed to be hard on high Ascensions. And that like fun to hard transition has some kind of brutal moments in it. What am I saying right now? Oh, right. Thanks for the follow, Payload. Sorry for debating you with the stream title. I don't know. Is Carnage good enough? What about just like Pommel Strike? Just having a Pommel Strike plus in your starting hand every time is pretty decent. I don't mind that. Even like in Act 4, I think that's okay. We do need to get the Pommel Strike upgraded if we're going to do that, but I think that's okay. Alright, I'll do it. I hate skipping relics, but it's probably correct to skip Act 1 bottles most of the time. But that's no fun. Nobody wants to do that. Gross. Yeah, lace. Alright. Almost back to full health after that brutal Sentry fight. Burning Pact is quite nice. It's a lot of card draw. We've already got the Pommel Strike, so I'm a little bit suspicious about taking that much card draw, especially with the 2-cost stuff. We do have a spot weakness, so we do kind of want to turbo through the deck a little bit. Yeah, the Lantern plus the bottle is a nice combo, that's for sure. It's funny that you mentioned a silent card for what Lantern Bottle feels like, because because it makes me eventually draw 2 cards. It really does feel like like we're playing silent, right? Because we draw 2 extra cards. No, the key does not despawn. Yeah, so anytime you get a relic from a chest, you can take the key instead. So you usually want to like no, yeah. You usually want to delay taking your keys all the way until Act 3 if you can, because you're denying yourself really valuable resources, and it's important to like try and take those resources and snowball so you're in a better position in Act 3. Yeah, it's definitely going to be a lot harder if you try to take all the if you take the Sapphire Key right away, because that Act 1 chest is a really important resource. Yeah, let's take Burning Pact. I can see why you would think that though, because if you take the blue key the first time you see it, it never shows up again, right? So it's like, oh, okay. Pretty happy to start out with Bash Carnage. It seems like a good starting vibe. A lot of damage. If we don't do it, we waste Carnage as well, so thanks, Lantern. Strike defend seems fine. This could be the moment for Attack Potion, since he's vulnerable right now. But we do have a Shockwave, so we'll be able to make him vulnerable again in the future. If we get like a Iron Wave, we'd get to block for a little bit as well. But Iron Wave is not a good outcome, so we're gonna aim for that. There's the Shockwave. Blocks for a bunch and makes him vulnerable, so I like that. Spot weakness is sort of the assuming that we need to be super efficient to win the fight, and defend is the super greedy, try to save a little bit of health even though there's a chance it makes me not win the fight as soon as possible approach. I think I like defend. I think we're in pretty good shape. We're pretty much killing him with the next carnage we see, so as long as that's soon-ish, should be fine. You disarm me, I disarm you. Maybe now the attack potion, so that we're using it before our strength goes down. No, Carnage has still got us. Right, Carnage? Carnage. You. Alright, I guess it's next turn. Alright, well he's dead to Carnage next turn, so we might as well just save his life. I hope that I didn't just miss lethal, I don't think I did. Finally. Okay. Wild Strike's great. We have a Burning Pact for the wound. We have an awful lot of card draws, so we're already like pretty well set up for having statuses. Do we need more attack? Yes. We've got Pommel Strike, Carnage, Infernal Blade. But Infernal Blade replaced a Strike, so those are our only attack thingies. Wild Strike is welcome. Alright, I think we're taking upgrades at these two. Unless we're like super committed to finding curses, we could take 3 question marks. That seems like a big overcommitment instead of taking a guaranteed upgrade. Upgrade is like one of the best outcomes from a question mark. We're going to take the Pommel Strike mostly because it's bottled, but also because Pommel Strike Plus is pretty good. Let's see, surprise shop. Well, we have 300 gold, so it's a pretty good shop. Evolve is great, especially if we're trying to do statusy stuff. Offering is obviously great, and it's on sale. We can't fight Dead Branch. This is never going to be a Dead Branch corruption run. Dead Branch is going away. Enlightenment is surprisingly good. So we got some 2-cost stuff. But not a ton of it. Plus Shockwave like exhausts after the first time you play it, so it's really only hitting Bash and Carnage. I think we're going to do these two in the card remove. Let's figure out what else we're doing though, just in case the math doesn't work out perfectly. So that costs like 220 something. Yeah, 229. So we've got a little bit less than 100 left. Probably Uppercut then. Uppercut's really good. It's another 2-cost attack though. It's probably too much. With all the card draw. We also already have a lot of sources of weak and vulnerable, so maybe we don't care about that. Can't really buy potions because our potions are full. This is a dilemma. This is a difficult shop. Do we ever take Hand Drill? Probably not. We passed on Book in the previous round, and I'm not sure if you're being sarcastic or not. Also, Book is an Act 2 event, and we're in Act 1 right now. So it's not possible for us to have passed on Book. We want to pick Calling Bell. We want to pick Calling Bell really badly. Is it possible for us to get Calling Bell? Calling Bell and Necronomicon are super good. There's not really any way for us to manipulate ourselves into getting Necronomicon. That either just happens or it doesn't. Payload, you can climb Ascensions without killing the heart. If you kill the Act 3 boss, that counts as a win in terms of Ascensions. So if you're trying to climb Ascensions, I would recommend not getting the keys. Yeah. Yeah, the Act 4 is supposed to be a secret special ending, right? So it's not required for winning. I was using that. So a lot of streamers treat only heart kills as the only way to win, and so I can see why that would be confusing as a viewer who's not at Ascension 20. But the point of doing it as a streamer is because we're trying to play the game on the absolute maximum difficulty. So we're all on Ascension 20, and we're all trying to kill the heart. Because that's how you show off, right? Okay, let's just do these and then pass with the rest. I don't think we need to spend all the money. If we leave 94, that's fine. Ooh, extra shop. Preserved Insect is insane. Let's do that. Okay, looks like we're getting another upgrade. I said an extra shop, but I meant an extra chest. I apologize to all of those offended. Disarm Plus is insane against Hexaghost. Spot Weakness helps me scale up a little bit faster. Spot Weakness gets like 25% better, and Disarm gets 33% better. So I think we'll go for the Disarm. Yeah, heart kills are super fun. I really enjoy the heart fight. It's so weird there's no music during this little section. Excuse me. I think we go ahead and offering here. Yeah, why not? Bring it back to defend. Oops, we got spot weakness. Maybe I shouldn't have drawn so aggressively. I guess I should have known that was going to happen. Okay, 0 times 6. That doesn't seem too bad. We're always carnaging, and I think it would be foolish to skip and evolve. Okay, now he's attacking, although only for 2, haha. Pommel strike or defend? Pommel strike does 21 damage. That's a lot of damage. I'm only taking 4. I'll do it. It's so weird, UnbuzzMe, that you added me, so I was like, oh, I really gotta read that one. But then you weren't actually talking to me, you were talking to someone else about me. I don't know if that's, yeah. I appreciate the sentiment. Thanks for the support. And thanks for coming. I hope that you enjoy the community. Okay, got a bunch of damage there. We can spot weakness and take 4, or we could defend and take 0. It seems like we're way ahead of this fight. In general, like, you want to kill him before he does his attack with 6 fires up, because that one hits really hard. If you were going by how many fires are up, we'd need to be through a third of his health, so we needed him to be at about 200, a little bit lower. And we're way ahead of that, so I think we're probably fine defending. That rubric isn't quite accurate though, because this turn in particular, he like gets a lot of armor. So you can do quite a bit of damage to him this turn, but then doing damage to him next turn turns out to be pretty difficult because of all the armor. Next turn he also normally attacks for 9 times 2, which is a fairly significant amount. So you end up trying to block, and you basically waste this entire turn. And then so you really only got 5 turns. But, we can Burning Pact the burn. This is a shuffle. Yeah, we've got nothing good in hand. If we shuffle now, that means these cards and this card don't get into the shuffle. But that's fine. That's what we want, because these are all strikes. So let's go to the burn. Alright. And I guess we're getting lethal. Cool. Smoke Bomb, huh? Our strength is coming from this card, Spot Weakness. That's our only scaling right now. Reaper is insane with strength scaling. You can stall fights out and then heal to full. We get a second copy of Offering. In my experience, if you take 2 copies of Offering, you end up killing yourself. So that's kind of dangerous. I wish this Reaper was a feed, but it's a Reaper, and that's okay. Or a demon form. I love a demon form. Smoke Bomb is great, but these potions are also quite good. This decision is actually really important because the boss relics that are about to come up, there's 2 of them that could come up that are really that impact this decision a lot. One of them is Sozu, so we wouldn't be able to get any more potions. So we'd be stuck with the potions we have the whole run. If that's the case, we probably want to keep Power Potion and Smoke Bomb. Smoke Bomb to like get us out of an emergency later, and Power Potion to go find Demon Form or something for a boss. If it is Sacred Bark, then all the effects of our potions are doubled, and we want to keep the current potions because these ones get doubled and Smoke Bomb doesn't. I think if we find Sozu, we're probably picking it. Whereas if we find Sacred Bark, we might not pick it. Sacred Bark is good, but we don't have any potion synergy stuff. So we're not like compelled to pick it. So I think we're going to go with the Smoke Bomb. Alright, none of those things happened. Oh, randomness, never change. Alright, we should probably take Mark of Pain. Mark of Pain gives us energy and costs very little. The downside of the wounds is not super important, especially in the presence of an Evolve. Let's see. Runic Cube is also a thing. We don't have any Hemokinesis or anything with that. Runic Cube is not a top tier boss relic. Fire Breathing is fun. Philosopher's Stone is generally suicidal. We're going for heart kills, so getting attacked for an extra 15 on the multi-attack turn is probably not good. Also, just like Book of Stabbing and like Slavers and all kinds of Cryptomancer. Just lots of enemies get more dangerous. Anybody with a multi-attack is bad. Even just like birds, you pick Philosopher's Stone and the next fight is birds and you're suddenly taking like 12 from all 3 of them on turn 1. You're like, oh gosh, this was a mistake. Hi, Omnicloud. So we're gonna take Mark of Pain. Yeah, Fire Breathing would be fun. We haven't found that yet, so we can't count on it, but... early in Act 2, you want to be looking for question marks, so you can turn into a vampire or ghost, or you can get ancient writing, or you can find the book. All sorts of good things happen in Act 2 question marks. Act 2 question marks get a little bit more scary after the chest, because then you can get thwack, so you can get attacked by slavers. I want to get to these question marks, but I don't want to fight him, so I can't. Seems like 2 question marks is the most we can get. Unfortunately, we've only got like 200 gold going to this shop, so it's a little bit inefficient. 2 elites in the act if we do that. We get this guy and that guy. Presumably we're not fighting a mega elite. We can do slightly better than that if we could do these 3. We can get 3. Can we get to this guy? We have to do 3 hallway fights. In Act 2, the easy pool is 2 fights. So we've got a hard pool 1 there and then an elite fight. Not guaranteed to survive that line. But there aren't any guarantees in life, are there? But being able to survive this and then wanting to be like, yeah, let's go fight another elite, just seems like pure fantasy, right? Like, if we do this, we're going to go to this fire. So we'd end up in the same place, basically, except we do an extra fight. So I think I'll take the extra question mark line instead of the extra fight line. Being forced into a shop either way is just bad, though. Hey, it's a Redbeardy raid. Thanks for the raid, Redbeardy. Welcome to all the Redbeardy raiders. I was talking to an artist commissioning emotes, so those should be coming in soon. And one of the really important ones for me is we get a good raid one, so that I can raid people and then put in a an emote that says, raid. Seems like a really big moment. Okay, let's go. Hey, ooh, Baron Von Cool. I see, I get it now. I was looking at it initially and I was like, Baron Von Call? What? What does that mean? Maybe I should have thought about smoke bombing before I offered. But I didn't, so let's keep going. Thanks for the follow. Y numbers. Reaper heals a bit here. We could wait for later in the fight and get some more healing after we've spot weaknessed. We also get more damage if we don't Reaper now. I guess let's Infernal Blade and see what we get. Was it for blood? Okay. Well, it looks like we're on track to end the fight pretty soon. So if we like Reaper and Wild Strike, we're actually like almost all the way there. In fact, if we strike Wild Strike, we actually do end the fight right now. Oh no, we don't. We're off by 2. Is that right? Yeah, we're off by 2. Lame. We can drink the Power Potion and get the extra Strength one, and then end the fight. That seems like it's probably not happening. Defend gains us 5 health, Reaper gives us 7 health. And does some plated armor damage. So I think we're going to just Reaper defend. We've got a pretty good start on him. Hold on. For some reason I was counting the damage for 1 strike and 1 wild strike. It totally did, yeah. You are 100% right. Alright, we're gonna do stuff the same way. Except this time we're not gonna just miss lethal. Okay. So wild strike is 19. Yeah, definitely is lethal. Okay. I just had so much energy, I don't know what to say. I got lost in the emotion of the gameplay. Second disarm is good. Act 2 has a lot of elites with multi-attacks, namely Book of Stabbing and Gremlin Leader. Yes, you can restart an encounter. Slay the Spire saves every time you advance a floor, and at the end of every fight. So you can, for example, if there was a potion here, and I got rid of something and took the potion, and then I decided I didn't want to do that, you can restart from here too. So it saves after the fight. So I'll have my potion back. So you can restart fights, and you can also restart the reward section. You can actually restart shops too if you mess up at a shop, and you restart. Yeah, I only really use it for when I make obvious mistakes. My criteria for deciding when it is cheating is if it's okay as long as I'm not using knowledge that I gained from random events in the future. So if I had a frozen eye, it would be fair to even just oh, I should have looked at my hand for next turn, right? That would be a mistake rather than information you gained. Okay, so we do have some strength scaling, so maybe Sword Boomerang should be part of the conversation too. I do quite like Disarm. Regrets Collector. He does have a multi-attack, so you do get some extra Disarm value. None of these are screaming status synergy. So I think I will take the Disarm. I've Disarmed quite a bit. Okay. We're in a shop. We've got a Limit Break and a Red Skull. Those go together. But I can't afford both. And even if I could, I'd have to spend the rest of the run at 50% health to make it work. And that's scary. Dark Embrace is quite good with the sort of statusy build. How do you decide when to skip a card? That's a very good question, and I am not sure how to answer it. The way that I talk about it out loud is whether or not cards are better than the option of skipping. But the value of skipping is very difficult to measure, right? It's comes a lot from just like experience playing the game a lot and your experience playing this particular deck. So when you choose to skip, you're basically saying all of these cards would make the deck worse. But it's a very fine line to walk on. An additional consideration is that if you have a deck that's larger than like 28 cards by the time you reach the end of the game, you're going to be really inconsistent. So like your fights against the heart will be subject to draw order in a much worse way than if you don't take the card. So yeah, so those are kind of like it's the way you think about any Slay the Spire challenge, right? It's like how does making this decision help me overcome the immediate challenges that are like very soon in the future, and how does this card help me overcome the challenges that I foresee being problematic later in the run. Yeah, I don't think that was a very helpful answer. Sorry, but it's a very difficult question. I really do like the limit break. We have a lot of draw with the status stuff and the offering and the pommel strike. Having a lot of draw means that limit break plus would be able to scale our strength pretty well. Exactly. Yeah, if you're familiar with like drafting or something, like there's a lot of situations where your deck quality is really good. I've also played just like my first experience with like the value of deck thinning was from physical card games. So specifically like Dominion. Like one of the first things you want to do every time in Dominion is like get rid of the starting cards in your deck because they're terrible. And when you do that, you can increase the density of good cards. And skipping is kind of like taking a card out, right? It's like, well, I'm gonna not take this one. Okay, that was a lot of talking. Let's see. So Limit Break and Dark Embrace are both really good. Limit Break needs an upgrade, and I'm not sure when we'd get one. We're pretty high health right now, so it's possible we upgrade here. But I wouldn't say it's guaranteed, or even likely. Doesn't need an upgrade. We could just go from like, whatever, 6 strength to 12 would be great. That'd be enough to win a fight. But that means we're playing it on like the 3rd shuffle, or potentially 2nd one. We don't have any, well, we do actually have a little bit of starting strength, so even on turn 1, Limit Break like does something. But not much. Let's take the Limit Break and the Dark Embrace, and then pass on the rest. Oh, here we go, Ancient Writing. Okay, so we've got a bunch of strikes and defends left, so I think we just take the upgrade. It's usually the correct choice. Maybe after bites or something, it's not correct sometimes. If we already have a bunch of upgrades. Let's Pommel Strike first, see if we can find the Spot Weakness, and we can. Okay, so Spot Weakness and Limit Break are getting played. And then this is lethal for you. Usually that's the wrong target. I'm not sure why I just like started attacking him without making any explanation as to why I was doing that. But it just so happened that the damage worked out perfectly, so I guess I'll take it. Let's block for 2 and strike him. We've got 8 strength, so presumably we're winning the fight pretty quickly. Huge Reaper here. And we're gonna finish it off. Great. Well, that significantly increases our chances of upgrading here. That was a huge fight for us. Yeah, that was insane. And I can't take credit for it at all, because I just like started doing stuff and I was like, oh hey, that number matches that number exactly, I guess I'll do that. No math, no precognition, just dumbly pressing cards. If it had been off by 1, for example, which it totally could be, because their health is random, right? If it had been off by 1, I would have been like, oh shoot, like what do I do now? I picked the wrong target. I like started off the fight by like saying, okay, I want to draw cards to see what the options are, and I just like targeted the person with the lowest health without thinking about it, which turned out to have a huge payoff. But Heavy Blade seems good because we don't really have any strength payoff. But then again, like every attack is a strength payoff, so you don't really need Heavy Blade. If you're gonna have a limit break, you should probably have a Heavy Blade. But this is also another card that like really needs an upgrade, and we need to get the limit break upgraded first. So maybe no on Heavy Blade. Flex is kind of fun with limit break too, but you really need like a really small deck to get those to coincide, or a way of removing debuffs, like whatchamacallit, Clockwork Souvenir, or a Orange Pellet, or you know, something like that. Panacea. And we don't have any of those, so I'm not taking Flex. And I think Warcry is worse than Skip as well. Okay. We want a Ritual Dagger. We don't currently have any side quests other than Reaper. It's very easy to kill people with a limit break deck. You can kill people on whatever card you want because you have infinite strength eventually. So that's nice. The disarms also increase our ability to just like stick around in fights because we can like reduce enemies' attacks down really low, so it's easier to block. We also have upgraded defense, so we have increased capacity for block. We've taken like no defensive cards. We've got upgraded defense and we've got a shockwave, which is technically defensive. The disarms, but we don't have any cards that like actually block. We could use like a flame barrier. It's hard to imagine not taking Ritual Dagger here though, right? Ritual Dagger is really good. It's only floor 22, there's plenty of time to stack it up. Let's take it. Alright, Pommel Strike plus Reaper can kill the Mad Gremlin, which is nice, and then Strike can kill the Sneaky Gremlin if need be. So let's get that started. I don't want to exhaust this for 1 strength, that's not enough. Maybe we're skipping Reaper. Until it gets more value. Because it is a big AoE too, so we could, like, once we get a bunch of strength, we could use it to kill gremlins. Whereas right now it's not doing very much. Let's drink that power potion. We could Inflame and Limit Break, that's kind of what I was looking for. Inflame or like Demon form. I think that makes me feel pretty fine about Limit Breaking. So now it kills both, and then we can punch the leader with the strike. Seems good. We're definitely going to Shockwave him, but I guess we'll Offering first, see what we get. I guess we're playing all the cards, so no need to think about that. Take 18. Ouch. And I think Carnage is lethal. Oh wait, we want to finish him off with Ritual Dagger if we can. It seems like we will be able to do that, so. 27, 22 is too much, that's 49. That's too much too. Well, if this does 15 and that's too much, then we're setting him up for a Ritual Dagger, because that also does 15, so. I guess we'll play that. Aha, we've drawn the Ritual Dagger. The ritual is complete. Thread Needle's fun. Plated Armor, okay. Power Through as statuses, and it's a big block card, which is something I said I wanted. Great. How are we feeling about that Mega Elite? Seems like we flew through that fight pretty easily. If it's Book of Stabbing, we've got the Disarms. We could die to Slavers again, second run in a row. Yeah, if it's like strength slavers, we're just dead, right? What would we smith if we're smithing? Probably limit break. Yeah, slavers are tough. Tough but fair. That's my line for this stream. Yeah, if we do the Mega Elite, we get to go do some more question marks, and we could get like apparitions or something. Do we want apparitions? We could also get curses, which power up our Duvu doll, which powers up our limit break. Alright, let's do this and then go fight the Mega Elite. If it's really bad, we just smoke bomb, right? MBD. I don't know if it usually means slavers as a heal. It can mean slavers as a heal, for sure. I mean, if you're usually healing on slavers, I think you and I are playing this fight a little differently somehow, and I want to know how you're playing it. Because slavers are frequently hurting me quite a bit. Okay, so we can kill that guy. Let's go ahead and offering 2. Limerick doesn't do much right now. Double defend, double disarm, blocks 4. We take 5. It upgraded the dagger. Yeah, it's up to 21 now. It's gotten 2 stacks. Yeah, it did. Let's go ahead and disarm the Taskmaster. Blue Slaver is the next target, so. What do you mean by order in case I drew Reaper? I think I did. I drew first, right? That's like, you need to draw first or else you're not playing correctly. Shockwave Carnage kills Blue Slaver, I believe. Goes from 29 to, what, plus 14? Yeah. Wait, no. Yes, it does. Okay, it does kill him. Okay. Alright, so let's do that. And kill him. Oh, did I? Yeah, you're right. I did offering last, huh? I don't know what's up with my math. I guess, yeah. I was doing some Sudokus before I started, and I was nowhere near my best times, so I don't know. Must be off my game. Rampage, huh? What do you? How did you even get in the deck? I never pick you. Let's see. He's already vulnerable forever. I think the only thing we really want to do left in this fight is play Reaper. So we'll just defend and play. I guess Wild Strike just does more damage than Bash. Yeah, I did transform. I remember how I got it. I just hate having it. So I guess I'll play all of these. Aha! We found the Reaper. Okay. Matra Troika. Alright. Seeing Red? Is that ever happening? We have a lot of card draw, so it seems like Seeing Red should be good, but maybe not. I could not do the limit break before the Reaper. The Reaper exhausting drew the limit break. Is it not pronounced Matra Troika? How is it supposed to be pronounced? It's a very confusing set of letters for me. There's an H and a K. I think I'm just going to keep saying Matra Troika. Why did you just type it? That's not helpful. Let's see. Okay, what are we... Oh, we're thinking about adding these. Okay. So Seeing Red is good if you're drawing an awful lot of cards. We have an Offering and a Pommel Strike, which used to feel like drawing a lot of cards, and now feels like drawing a reasonable amount of cards. I guess we've got a Burning Pact too. Look at that, somebody copy and pasted the pronunciation guide with those crazy letters that I can't read because I'm not a linguist. Okay. I think no on Seeing Red. Seeing Red is a card that does not kill people or block. And I think we... It seemed like Sir Artemal was implying that you say it mattress. You say it like mattress first. I don't know, that's what I got out of this. Matra... Yeah, I have no idea. Matryoshka. I'm skipping all these. You can't stop me. Your Twitch chat. I have all the power. We're taking another elite. It's either this one or that one. If we do this one, we get extra question marks. But we already got Ancient Writing, and I don't think we're looking for bites. Maybe apparitions. Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Post the link to Wikipedia, I suppose. You can post it in the Discord. That's always a safe place to post links. You don't have to ask there. What is a matryoshka? Is that just like the name for a Japanese or sorry, Russian nesting doll? Japanese nesting doll. This way has extra fights. I don't really know. I've never heard them called anything other than Russian nesting dolls, and this art is not super clear. I thought that it was like a bird hatching out of a really stylized egg. So I'm not sure how they could be more clear about what it is, but I think I like the fights more. I don't really want bites or apparitions, and I want card rewards. So I'm gonna go this way. Plus this way gives me an out for a fire if I end up getting hurt. Although this way it doesn't need an out, right? Because I just fight the elite right now. Actually, this way has thwack in it, and I would actually want thwack right now. Thwack has really good rewards. So let's go this way. Ooh, it's a big chest. Molten Egg versus Sapphire Key. I think I'll take the Molten Egg. There's still a chance we get bites, and if we get Molten Egg, bites are way better. So there we go. A small book. Just some light reading, because he's a preserved insect. We've also got Disarm for him, so we can make the we can make First Dane proud. I guess Sword Boomerang Double Strike is probably where we're at. We're blocking one of his things with the plated armor. If only First Dane were here to see this. Look at us now, First Dane, how far we've come. Playing Disarm on Book of Stabbing. Let's Burning Pact first, since we got a good target for it. And then we're probably going to Offering as well. Maybe not, actually. We got Shockwave Power Through. Yeah, I think we just want the extra energy to like play a strike too. Ooh, Carnage. Do we ever have lethal? No, we don't. 15 plus 43 is 58. That's less than 85. What do you mean by disarm didn't work as usual? Oh, I see. Yes. I think it's just power through Carnage. Hopefully we're setting him up for a Ritual Dagger either next turn or the turn after that. Alright, maybe if we disarm him again, then it'll work. I don't understand. He's only got the one arm. Okay, so if we limit break, then I guess we can just Wild Strike and Ritual Dagger right now. We don't have to do any more math that way. Avoiding math, that's what you want to be doing. Combust doesn't have any particular synergies, although it's nice to get some AoE. We already passed on a Seeing Red. Twin Strike Plus, I think, is not good enough. So let's go. Thwack? No. Designer Inspire. Well, we've got some money. I don't mind spending it. If we transform 2 cards, and the new cards we get are attacks, they will be upgraded. So that's something we could do. If we remove a card, what card are we removing? Is it Strike or is it Infernal Blade? Maybe Bash even? Bash is pretty expensive. It's hard to fit in a Bash. Also, we got the Shockwave, so we usually don't need the Vulnerable. Yeah. I agree. we were type speaking at the same time, Elaser. We're on the same wavelength. That Book of Stabbing really opened us to the same page. I'm so sorry. Okay, so we remove that, upgrade a random card. Why does that one cost so much? Transforming 2 cards is also, it's like basically the same thing. Even upgrading 2 random cards is pretty good. You could hit Bash, and then I wouldn't want to remove it so much. It can't hit any strikes or defense because we Ancient Rote, so the only options are Bash, Infernal Blade, Spot Weakness, Burning Peck, Wild Strike, Offering, Evolve, Reaper, Disarm, Dark Embrace, Richard Dagger Power. So there's a lot of options. I do not have a, well, I do have a 12-0 streak going. It's not a win streak, it's a meme streak, so, you know. You have to adjust your expectations a little bit. We're very likely to see memes, somewhat less likely to see a win. So, that's the sort of content I'm offering here. I think we do remove a card and upgrade a card, and I think it's going to be the Bash. Sorry, Bash. Ooh, Disarm. Excellent. Alright, Ritual Dagger is in the first hand. I did not see the Life Coach is up to 13-0. That's impressive. That's a lot of wins in a row. Congratulations to Life Coach. I think we're probably smoke bombing this. I don't really want to take 24. Let's see if we can heal a little bit. So we could take 8. I guess we'll set up Pen Nib before we bounce. Oh wait, this is lethal. Oh my god. Pen Nib? You shouldn't have. I feel like, is he doing heart kills too? Presumably he is. I watched Life Coach a little bit back when he played Hearthstone, but I find his style a little bit off-putting. He's clearly very smart, but he like mutters to himself in a very disorienting way. So I'm like, God, I can't. Is a Blood Potion better than a Smoke Bomb? The point of Blood Potion is to save, or the point of Smoke Bomb is to save health by, oh, it's Watcher only. I see. Well, Watcher only is significantly easier than rotating, right? Because Watcher is the strongest class, but that's cool. Maybe it's better than the Gambler's Brew. Maybe we just get rid of the Gambler's Brew. If we have like a Demon Form or something, Gambler's Brew is really important so that we can like get Demon Form going on turn 1. But that's not really what this deck does. We do have the Spot Weakness, so... I'm very amused by the fact that you think Life Coach's stream is too slow, but you're comfortable being here, because I go extremely slowly. like 3-hour runs. Am I faster than Life Coach? I don't know. I haven't watched enough of his Slay the Spire content to know. He's doing boss swap only. Oh my god, 8 hours? What a monster. Jesus Christ. That's insanity. I mean, how do you even come up with that much stuff to think about? Do we take Sword Boomerang now? The last Sword Boomerang was before we found the Limit Break, and now we have a Limit Break Plus, so it's a little bit of a different situation now. Well, I mean, you know, Act 1 pathing is really important. I don't know if I want to spend 30 minutes talking about it, but... yeah, I don't think I'm taking Sword Boomerang. I think we're okay just letting Strength stack up and then killing people with, like, Ritual Dagger or whatever. Thunderclap is also in now, because we have a lot of sorts of vulnerable... Actually, we just got rid of our Bash, so maybe we do need a Thunderclap. Also, we're going into Collector, and that's an AoE fight. I could see Thunderclap being good there. Yeah, we have one vulnerable source, but it's a massive vulnerable source, right? 5 vulnerable. It's not enough to keep vulnerable up every turn in a Collector fight, but it's pretty much enough to last till the end of a hallway fight. Sentinel's way worse than Skip. That card's terrible. Maybe Sword Boomerang is good enough. Nah, I think we're skipping here. Okay. Thwack? No. We don't have any way to get rid of the curse, so I don't think we're taking this. We do have Duvu Doll. Man, shit. Regret's pretty bad, though. I should have thought about the Duvu Doll implication, though. These are both good disarm targets. Sorry, what is Sentinel? Is Sentinel a card? Are you talking about sentries? Unless you're talking about a card, because it has a page. Oh, Sentinel, yeah. So Sentinel is a dream card for me. The reason that Sentinel exists is so that people can be like, to encourage people to pick Corruption. Because the big, like, the big payoff for Sentinel is like you play it with Corruption, get a bunch of energy, you keep doing your Corruption combo, you do something, you do a big Whirlwind or something, right? I think that Corruption is a scary card. It costs 3, it doesn't win you the fight on the spot. People have to be convinced that Corruption is good, and I think that's the intention of Sentinels, to be like, hey, look, there's a whole bunch of cards that are good with Corruption, you should probably try it. Yeah, you could say the same thing about Fiendfire as Corruption, right? It's, you know, Fiendfire, it's a little bit more obvious that Fiendfire is good, so people don't need to be convinced of that, but... what if we just disarm Bird and then focus on Chosen? A disarm Bird is basically, like, not even in the fight anymore. I think I like that. Let's do the Chosen attack first, draw cards. And then I guess Offering 2. We have 2 disarms. Alright, let's split them. And get rid of this Infernal Blade. And... interesting. It's Burning Pact the... I guess it doesn't matter, because Sever Soul is going to take the rest of them. Okay. Alright, and now if we draw a Reaper, we can hit 2 targets, although Bird is going to be for half damage, so, you know. Do we play Limit Break? We get a Daze, but we also get 1 Strength. We're definitely playing Shockwave. Let's see what we got. That's right, we're on a 12-0 meme streak. You know what? I should actually update it because after the last game, we're on a 13-0 meme streak. Definitely memed the last one. He is attacking, so we're going to gain some strength and play Evolve, which basically wins the fight, and proc our Ritual Dagger. That was tremendously the wrong order because obviously you should kill Chosen before. Oh wait, I guess you keep the Hex even if when he dies. So never mind. We could try to get to full health in this fight. This bird is not very threatening because he's still at -1 strength. So if we'd like take Dark Embrace and try and draw back to Limit Break a bunch of times, we could eventually Reaper him. Hey. I don't know what I'm saying. So if we get to 69, then we go to full. So we need to heal for 11. Currently only healing for 5. So we should be able to get there after like one more cycle, and we don't need to like save a ton of his health, so we can do this. Because we still got enough to heal us. I'm gonna... What's going on? The weekend is over and Coconut doesn't know why. She's like, why are all the humans doing work? What's this all about? If we Pommel Strike, we lose a little bit of health that we could have gained, so I guess we'll play Burning Pact instead. And then pass. Okay, so we have Spot Weakness, Limit Break, Reaper, which is presumably lethal, right? Well, bam, full health. I'll take it. Ooh, Impervious is great. Love Impervious. Right? We almost took a Thunderclap last time, but it hasn't gotten any better since then. I don't think we're picking Rage. So Impervious will go in deck. Alright, we're at full health, so I guess we're smithing. Dark Embrace can really use an upgrade. Spot Weakness also. Impervious gets a 10 more block. Evolve stops being just card draw neutral and starts being card draw positive. We've got quite a bit of card draw though, so I don't really need the Evolve upgrade. I think it's important to get the Dark Embrace, especially if we start leaning into exhausting stuff. Dark Embrace is really important. Oof, 160p. That's like 100 lines fewer than standard def television. We can Dark Embrace and Burning Pact to draw a bunch of cards and get rid of a strike, I guess. I'd rather save the Shockwave for when the Torch Heads are out. So probably like Pommel Strike Carnage here. Okay. Pen Nib Carnage. There we go. It's a good Offering turn, or a good Impervious turn. Let's play Offering first and see what we get. Limit Break's a little early. Does Infernal Blade ever give you strength? I think the answer is no. I don't think there's any attacks that give you strength. I guess we have 6 energy, so we might as well play it and find out what it gives us. Okay. We are blocked out. I guess I'll take the 1 strength. And focus down the weaker Torch Head. There's Spot Weakness. And we can double disarm the Collector. We don't have any block. So that's unfortunate. But I guess it's Spot Weakness, double disarm, Evolve. Aha, we found some block. Alright, well I think that's better than developing Evolve. It's not super important to develop Evolve in this fight. Right now we have a little bit of health to recover with Reaper, whenever we get that. Alright, we're blocked out so we can just use the attacks on these guys. We don't want to kill the torch heads, particularly. You kind of want to leave, like, one of them at low life and kill the other one. So maybe we try to be a little bit more efficient than killing this one with Wild Strike. Wastes 5 damage. I guess that's not a tremendous amount of damage. Okay, we'll just waste 5 damage. Might help me out in an emergency in the future. Alright, now Limit Break is actually paying off. We could kill this guy, but he's summoning again, so we don't want to kill him. We want to just weaken him. And I guess I'm pretty happy just shockwaving. Okay, Carnage kills him. Seems like a good thing to do. We can't exhaust anything, so we can't draw. We're just playing all the cards. Alright, now Limit Break is hitting really hard. So we can kill you. And take 10. Alright, he's summoning again, so hopefully we can land a Reaper on the summons next turn. We can't kill him with the Ritual Dagger, and it looks like that's in range, so we're going to try and do that. Oh, we can kill him with Ritual Dagger right now. Okay, well that's way more important than getting health. So we'll do that right now. Okay. There's a Demon Form. Demon Form seems really good. We do already have a strength scaling solution, and we do not currently have an Immolate, and that's an Immolate plus. Immolate is quite a card. There's also Corruption here. We notably passed a Dead Branch earlier, so we cannot get Corruption Dead Branch. Yeah, the problem with Demon Form Limit Break is just that, like, it's too slow for hallway fights. But we do have Reaper, so it gets us really reliable, full health things. Yeah, I don't think we need Immolate if we're going for that. So I think we just take Demon Form. Demon Form is the most obvious pick. Alright, Runic Pyramid is good. We already have 4 energy. Runic Pyramid is kind of dangerous because we generate wounds for ourselves. So I think we're probably not picking Runic Pyramid. We also just have a lot of draw. So that one's out. Slaver's Call is always better than Skip. There's no downside. And Empty Cage is nice. I think just Empty Caging 2 strikes seems pretty reasonable. I don't know if we really need 5 energy in elite fights. Yeah, Medkit is still available, theoretically. We'll have to see if we roll it. Yeah, Medkit, Dark Embrace, and like statuses is pretty nuts, especially Power Through. That's delicious. But even just like playing the Heart's Voids against him, you're like, haha, I will draw a card with your debuff. We could remove a Wild Strike. Is that worse than Strike? I think it's better than Strike. I think I like making the deck really thin because we're trying to Limit Break and do card draw shenanigans. So let's just take the empty cage. I mean, even with medkit, I feel like we're drawing a full hand every turn. So like, it's just, Pyramid is so dangerous. I don't know. I have a really hard time just being like, yeah, I'll just grab it. Okay, so we've already got the green key. We have to get the blue key at one of these. And anything else we want to do is fine. There's 2 elites if we go left. Get another one here and another one there, so 4 elite act. Seems like a lot. We can get extra fires if we go this way. It seems like we're really good against elites, is what I'm saying. With the giant head, we way outscale him. As long as we get demon form on one of the first 2 or 3 turns. Nemesis, we probably heal the full. It's always possible to die to Reptomancer, but Reptomancer we could also easily heal the full. So I don't know if we need to angle for the fires as much as we need to angle for the fights. Hey, Siltsid, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Yeah, let's do the 3-fight 4 elite line. We might want to divert and do this elite instead of these 2. We'll have to decide after this question mark. I guess we could do this line instead. They're pretty much the same except for the ordering. So we'd either do a question mark before a fight or a fight before a question mark. Act 3 question marks are Mind Bloom and Sensory Stone and stuff. I don't think it makes a huge difference if it's before or after a fight. I guess before is slightly better. So I'll go this way. And then that technically gives me more pathing decisions here, so great. Right, we have Pen Nib up, we can Shockwave. So we get vulnerable with our Pen Nib and get lethal on this guy. I think we're going to skip Dark Embrace. We're already drawing 2 cards. And we already know how to win when we spend 4 energy, so we just really want to find another defend, basically. Aha. Oh, I should have put that on the Spiker, or I should have at least considered it. Sorry, let me take a look at that really quick. I didn't realize it was doing enough damage to kill a Spiker. 51, yeah. So if we defend and kill a Spiker, we take 7 from that, and then 7 from him. So we end up taking 3 net health loss. Seems fine. Getting the Spiker dead is pretty big. Alright. Let's Burning Pact first, see if we can find Reaper. What is? We can just Impervious and watch the fight end. Okay. Defend after killing Spectre. That's true, it does. We actually take more damage that way, though. No, it's not actually over-optimized, it's actually worse, because we take 7 health loss, whereas this way we only take 3 health loss. Alright, go ahead and blow up. See if I care. I don't think we were on board for another Pommel Strike. We don't have 5 damage, or we don't have 5 energy, 5 damage. Bloodletting I think is a no also, and Cleave I think also is a no. I don't think we need any of these. Maybe we do want Cleave for just having an AoE card that doesn't exhaust for Reptomancer. It is upgraded. No, I don't think so. Okay, an Orb Walker. Let's Pommel Strike first, see what we get. Ouch, no block. Look at Burning Pact to look for block, but we probably want to Demon Form this turn. So maybe we just look in the Infernal Blade. Sometimes this is Iron Wave and we get a little bit of block. Do we need to Demon Form? Maybe it's just like Burning Pact, Defend, Reaper or something. Clothesline, that's true, that also works. So Clothesline or Iron Wave. Let's see, there's also Uppercut, that works too. Okay, alright. Let's see what this is. It's Clash. Yes. Okay, let's Offering first. The classic. Let's block for a bunch of damage and play Carnage. And we're already blocked out, so we can play Evolve. We don't even have to play Defend. Alright, Limit Break is huge here. Do we have Lethal? Yes, certainly. Wha-bam! Way back at the beginning of the run, when I picked a floor 1 Pommel Strike, I was like, maybe at some point I'll take a Perfected Strike. But now that we finally found the Perfected Strike, we only have 3 strikes left. You know what they say, 3 strikes and you're out. Shrug It Off seems good. We don't really have any way of blocking, which is weird. We have like a Power Through and an Impervious. Impervious is inconsistently available. Shrug It Off seems really nice. Wait, do we ever take Speed Pot over Smoke Bomb? We could just drink Blood Potion. I don't know why I'm holding this Blood Potion and leaving a Speed Pot. Okay. Oh, shoot, I just overhealed. Darn it. How much does Blood Potion heal for? 20% of max HP. So it's like... Oh no, I overhealed by like 1, if any. I might have just exactly healed. Let's see. So, wait, I should have healed for 15. Yeah, I just exactly healed, right? Because I was at 60. Yeah, I healed for exactly 15. Okay, neat. Well, this is a hard pool fight. That's not what I was expecting. Do I take 1 strength or 10 damage? I think 10 damage. Rats. We got wrapped up. Let's Shrug It Off. Try to block for a bunch. Can't set that up. It's too early. Reaper doesn't heal at all yet. Maybe this is a Smoke Bomb. As much as I would love to stack up Ritual Dagger again, I think this is probably the Smoke Bomb finally. Because otherwise we're taking 22 damage. Yeah, I guess I'd rather not. Okay. Smoke Bomb's not grass. What do you mean by that? Oof, Writhing Mass too. A lot of tough fights here. Currently attacking for 27. We can block most of it. We're not guaranteed to get a lower damage attack. There is one higher one. I guess let's take a look. Alright. Now we're blocked out. I think we're probably Offering as well. We want Offering before Power Through, in case we have hand size problems. Actually, we can block without Power Through here. We want to play Shrug It Off to draw a card anyway. I think just defend really quick. I don't want that, but I can't change it easily. Let's go look for some way to change it. You better not fuck this up. Okay. I guess we could have impervious here. I wasn't really... It's only 3 damage, but still. And he really wants to weaken us. Or, curse us. Oh no! He's got the perfect amount of health. We can't stop him. Drat. Well, I guess Duvidol's gonna get ticked up. Does Duvidol increase in the middle of a fight? I think it doesn't, right? It just applies to strength at the beginning of a fight. Yeah, start each combat. Well, that is darned unfortunate. Yeah, it's a nice big crowd. Thanks everybody for coming. We can Reaper here, heal for 12. That heals us back to full, although it changes his intention. We could also just Carnage for a ton of damage. Is that why you rated your internet collapsed under its own weight? Like a dying star. Demon Form Reaper. He's a card. If we play Reaper though and he switches to something really dangerous, we can't play Demon Form. So I guess let's play Reaper first. See where we're at. Alright, yeah, 9 damage is not too bad. Skipping spot weakness to play Demon Form feels okay. Alright, Shockwave is nice. Let's do that and then Strike. I guess I should have Wild Striked because that does more damage. Whatever. Okay. Limit Break takes us up to 12 strength. It's not going to be lethal. But it is also not nothing. Alright. I guess we're waiting until next shuffle to get our Ritual Dagger proc. Is it enough? 100 damage? Nope. Maybe if we draw an attack. Let's see, this is going to do 31 times 3, that's 93, and he's going to block for... Yeah, of course it's enough. Okay. Oh, shoot! Ah, he was vulnerable. Damn it. My math was wrong. Crap. There's that clash. Finally get the clash. I don't think we generate block enough times to get Juggernaut or Body Slam. We do have Impervious and Demon Form, which are both kind of good with Body Slam Plus. But I don't think it's quite enough, so I think we're going to skip. Alright, let's go find this question mark. Is Whispering Voices. We could get another curse. This one's not too bad. We'd be up to 3 strength. Yeah. If we had any health to heal, I think I would do that, but we don't. Lose 14 HP to get madnesses? No, I think we're just losing max HP here. Not that big of a deal. Okay, so we're going to try and do the 4 elite line. We're at full health. I mean, I couldn't have asked for anything better. I guess I could have asked for a Pendib setup. Well, let's give it a shot. Giant head. Demon Form on turn 1. That's excellent. I think Dark Embrace. How do you get good at this game? When I find out, I'll tell you. No, just kidding. It's mostly just playing a lot, right? If you played other like deck building games, those are really helpful. So physical games like Dominion or like Clank are helpful. Are there, let's see, what are other digital deck building games? There aren't very many. But yeah, just playing it a lot, right, is really the answer. How to get good at anything, right? Life hacks. Let's play defend to get the slow proc, and then carnage him for a bunch. It's an interesting biggest note for beginners. I agree with it, of course, but it's primarily interesting because it's like very different from my note for beginners. My note for beginners is don't be afraid of elites, go fight elites. Elites are good for you. They give you more stuff. All right, let's play Offering and see what we get. And Shockwave needs to get played at some point during this fight. Why not now? Defend blocks the damage coming in right now. Infernal Blade puts an extra slow proc on. So we could either do like Infernal Blade, Reaper, the damage card from this, or we could do like Reaper Wild Strike. We want to do the biggest damage card last. I guess maybe we're not playing Reaper this turn. We haven't taken any real damage. So one of the best things about Slay the Spire is that it's the onboarding process is mega smooth. Like they really designed it super well, so that you sort of like you start out on a simple character with a simple set of cards, and you sort of unlock more things as you go along. So this stream is a really bad example of what to like try and do, because like I've got a lot of cards that you don't have. I'm on Ascension 20, so the game has got lots of changes to it to make it harder. Obviously, it's still helpful to like just hear what I'm talking about and see like the kinds of things that you should be thinking about while you're playing. But really, like you should start with Ironclad because it's the first class that they make for you, and then like probably move on to Silent and then Defect. Right? It's like they made those characters in that order because they want you to explore them in that order. I think I'm going to play Infernal Blade and then Strike Wild Strike. And I'll fit the Infernal Blade card in wherever it's appropriate. Ooh, it's Carnage. Wow. Okay, so last. Let's draw a card. Impervious is great here. It's also great in future turns on this fight, and we are about to shuffle, so it's possible that I don't play that to try and play it in the future. Yeah, I mean, everybody's gonna have a different progression through the game, right? So whatever, don't force anything. If you like want to try something new, the game's got a lot of experiences to offer. You can try playing daily. Lots of things you can do. I think we're just gonna spot weakness Impervious. We'll keep the Ritual Dagger Dream alive. I don't know if we are gonna like force it, but yeah, actually, since we can't, since I forgot about the. Wait, why did we draw 2 cards there? What did we? Oh, we exhausted something, and then we drew a wound. Wait, no, we just exhausted something. We exhausted the Impervious. Okay, I get it. So now that we can't defend the Ritual Dagger, I'll just get a slow proc and play it. All right. Lethal, right? Yeah. Okay. Darkstone Periapt with Duvu Doll, the combo. Rampage is useful for scaling, but we've already got lots of other scaling solutions, so we don't worry about that. Infernal Blade is generally kind of bad, and we've already got one. Warcry is, I think, a no for here. You could pick a Warcry if we had like a Feel No Pain in this deck, but we're not really doing that right now. Liquid Memories is significantly better than both of these, so I think we'll throw away the Colorless Potion. Okay, 1 elite down, still at full health. 2 potion slots, and we're at 9 on Pen Nib. Let's see if we can keep the Pen Nib charged after this fight. Okay. So Wild Strike does the most damage. We can't kill anybody with it, so I guess let's use this to draw. Let's see, we draw 3 cards. Yeah, so we can just do that now. And kill you. We could use Impervious to block. Let's see, we got double disarm defend too. Blocks for 6, 8, 14, so we'd still take a little bit of damage. Oh wait, we've got double defend. What am I talking about? I'll put both of the disarms on one of them, and then I'll kill the other one sooner. I guess I'll play Infernal Blade too. Oh. Guess I should have played that way earlier. I guess I'll play it. Alright, Ritual Dagger can get a kill here on the Repulsor. It would be nicer if it could get a kill on a Spiker, but it can't, and I don't want to wait around in the fight for too long. Alright. Evolve is helpful. Where's my demon form? I guess we're just taking 12 here. And then eventually we'll, oops, shoot. Eventually we'll play Reaper and get it all back. Nobody's attacking! I can't spot weakness. So I don't need strikes. There's the demon form back. Okay, up to 20 strength. So maybe power through Reaper if we can find it. Yep, there it is. 48. It should be lethal on both. And actually, not quite full health. Or not quite full block. There we go. Now I'm full blocking and killing both. Great. Okay. There's a Flame Barrier. I talked about wanting one of those. Technically, I talked about wanting a Perfected Strike a long time ago as well, but, you know, not actually going to take a Perfected Strike. That's silly. Is it good enough? Yes, I think it is. It's particularly good against the Heart. Do a new deck also multi-attack. Alright, still at full health. I'll take a Repromancer, sure. So, Pommel Strike plus Strike is probably killing the back dagger because he's got more health. And then Carnage kills the front one. And we develop a couple Strength, or Dark Embrace, or Evolve. She gives you wounds, so Evolve is probably better than Dark Embrace. 2 Strength is also nice. I'm torn. I think I'll take the 2 Strength. Make sure we can end the fight as soon as possible. Let's Burning Pack that. And Offering. Draw a couple more cards, see what they are. So we get to save the Impervious, it looks like. A little bit scary here, because I don't have... Reaper isn't doing enough damage to kill the daggers. So I can't guarantee that I'm killing them next turn. We might end up having to waste a Ritual Dagger on a... Strategic. Are there labels for the attack types? I had no idea. Strategic, huh? We could just play the Reaper. Does 24 damage, heals us to full. I think we might need it for a full heal later. So we'll hold it. Okay, we did not get lethal for any of the daggers. So we're in a scary place. Yeah, seriously, where's that demon form? Bottom cards of the shuffle. This is why you don't want a 30-card deck, you know? Because your demon form's in the bottom of your deck now sometimes. Alright, it seems pretty clearly Shockwave, Flame Barrier, and then either Disarm or Defend. Disarm helps us later in the fight, but it only blocks for 6 this turn, whereas Defend blocks for 8 this turn. Yeah, what do we do with Liquid Memories here? Impervious, probably. That seems wise. Let's see how much damage is going in. Alright, so it's 48 from her. No, 24 from her, plus 6 is 30, plus 6 is 36, plus 18 is 54, plus another 18 is 72. Ouch, that's a lot of damage. Alright, so let's Flame Barrier, Disarm. Liquid Memories on Flame Barrier is interesting. I think we need the extra block from Impervious. Because we were just getting beat up. Okay, there's our demon form. We can... nope, we can't kill him. Oh wait, yeah we can. He's vulnerable, so we can Wild Strike him and Ritual Dagger him. That's kind of bad. So we could Infernal Blade and try and find a non-Ritual Dagger attack that kills him. But there aren't very many. There's like 3 or 4 attacks out of the like 20 card pool that would result in a kill. I don't think I'm playing Spot Weakness this turn. I think what we're doing is just Demon Form, Wild Strike, Ritual Dagger on the daggers and taking 23. It could get AoE, that's true. But even if it gets AoE, we're still using the Ritual Dagger to finish it. Yeah, passing Demon Form is totally an option too. Remember, we still have the whatchamacallit, the Reaper in the deck. So if she summons more things, we can dig out of this health hole. But we're really only going to pull that off if we play a Demon Form. Right. Sorry, Ritual Dagger, not today. Unfortunately, we drew Reaper too early. We're blocked out. I guess I'll play Infernal Blade just to see what it is. And it hit real hard. Let's draw some cards. That's always happening, which means we're wasting Carnage. I think I'll just Spot Weakness. I imagine I'm going to play Monster Train. Actually, probably not. So usually the reason I'm playing Monster Train is to like fill up extra time at the end of a stream when I don't want to start a new 3-hour Slay the Spire run. But given that it's almost 11 now, I'll probably just finish this run and then be done. So I think probably no Monster Train today, unless people are like super enthusiastic about Monster Train. Okay, so now I think we're just trying to cheese her with Reaper, because we're going to have a ton of strength. People want to play Monster Train. Well, I also like not dying. Alright, hopefully we don't draw it this turn, and then we do draw it next turn. That's the ideal situation. I'll go ahead and set her to low. She's summoning dudes, and it's possible we are in a very dangerous situation next turn. Aw, man. Okay, so we'll try and draw cards. Can we block for 29? Without using Flame Barrier, because Flame Barrier would kill her and win the fight. So we can block for 23. And then we're almost guaranteed to get Reaper next turn. And it'll heal us for 30. So if we take 5 damage now, that's fine. It's so strong. Vajra is great. So now we've got 3 strength at the beginning of fights. I'll take it. Ghostly armor is interesting. What's wrong with my meme streak? Did I not meme hard enough in that fight? Come on, we got 1,000,000 strength and 8er. I think none of these are correct. Okay, we have to take the blue key here if we want to go to Act 4. And it's a silly blue candle anyway. Who wants that? Was I not at 60? I thought I was at 69. Was it 68 or something? 67 maybe. Maybe I was at 67. You guys wanted to go to the next turn. I see. Yeah, that would have been a nice meme. It's true. Let's go fight more elites. This one can't be Reptomancer. Sometimes we die to Nemesis. That's kind of scary. We do have Evolve, though. Do we actually survive a elite and then 2 hallway fights? I think we do. We've got Reaper things. We also have a bunch of money. We could go to a shop right now. It'd be easy. We can also just go to an Act 4 shop. Yeah, there's actually no way for the deck to generate 1 strength, though. So, like, 68 is kind of just like... It's infinite distance, you know? 66 versus 69. Omni Cloud 7 Strafe just wants 1 thing and it's disgusting. Alright, those are both getting played. Do we Ritual Dagger here? I think Ritual Dagger is stacked up enough. 45 damage is kind of a ton. And we might need that damage to win the fight. So let's make sure we have it if we need it. Shockwave saves a ton of health here. Disarm does something. We could Gambler's Brew to look for Offering and Shrug It Off or something. Power Through. That's true, I could have Dark Embrace before Shockwave, that's a good point. I think Evolve is too important to skip in this fight, though. Get those, get draws off the burns. Once again, Demon Form is tardy. Demon Form, where are you at? Demon Form's not returning my phone calls. We do not have boot, right? No boot. Alright. Flame Barrier Defend means we don't die, right? Yes. So let's do that. Prefer not to die. We could Burning Pact and draw Offering and play Power Through. Is that actually worth positive health? We pay 6 to get 5 health, so no, it's not. So I think Spot Weakness is better. Plus we have Reaper next turn on a non-intangible turn, so I think that's looking pretty good. Oh, I forgot about the Plate Bound. I'll take it. Bottled Tornado, you say? Goodness. And Fire Breathing? What? Surely we take Fire Breathing, right? That's just fun. That's good, clean American fun. We're definitely bottling a Demon Form, though. That's like 100%. So let's do that first. Do we pick fire breathing? I feel like fire breathing is like, it's fun for Act 4, and it like triggers a lot, but it only does 6 damage per card. It's like, okay, worst case scenario, you've got 10 statuses in your deck. Fire breathing is doing 60 damage per shuffle. It's just like, do I really want to put a card in my deck that does 60 damage per shuffle? Like, that card is not Limit Break, right? I could just be playing Limit Break. Now you're thinking. Now we just need to get 4 copies of Feel No Pain, and then 2 copies of Juggernaut, and we could kill people with that combo. Dark Dual-Wield Carnage, block for 25, deal 40 AoE damage. Kapow, kapow. Yeah, I don't think extra forms of scaling are welcome anymore. The bottled demon form. We need to get that demon form upgraded, ideally. Okay. I think this turn's going to be Demon Form Pommel Strike Power Through, so we'll Pommel Strike first. Yep. Carnage blocks out for the turn. And then we can also play, I guess, Dark Embrace and Disarm. Exhuming a burn, I love it. That's disgusting. Probably Shockwave Impervious. Infernal Blade might actually block for more than Impervious, which just hurts to say. Like, my mouth hurts now. But after he's vulnerable, right? Like, but this could totally whiff, right? And if this whiffs, do we die? We do die. So I don't want to do that because it risks dying. Okay, good talk. I don't think we're Ritual Daggering on Transient, so we're just going to toss that in there this turn to block. Spot Weakness is helpful. Alright, let's try and not die. Uh-oh, that doesn't look like not dying. Oh, okay, now it looks like not dying. Okay, Infernal Blade, you better not fuck this up. Okay, good. Good job, Infernal Blade. Nothing else matters. We could get rid of something. Let's see, we want to draw a Reaper next turn, right? How do we try and draw a Reaper next turn? Do we draw now? I think no, right? I've had actually several, and I'm not embarrassed to say this, but I've had several Dead Branch Corruption runs that did not win. One died against the Heart, and one died against Time Lord. But like, Dead Branch Corruption is such a meme in the community. Like, everybody knows that it's this amazing thing that if you get it, you instantly win. And it's just like, it kind of irks me because it really isn't, right? It's like, it can screw you, and you can play all your skills and get no block and get no skills back, and then you're just like, this deck is supposed to play Corruption. I don't understand what's happening now. And then the Heart kills you. And like, sometimes you don't draw Corruption, right? Like, you don't always get a bottled Tornado, right? So yeah, rant over. Corruption Dead Branch, not always a win. Yeah, I mean, you know, Corruption Dead Branch is hard enough to put together. Once you start saying like, well, yeah, but it's Corruption Dead Branch and Bottled Tornado and Fiendfire, right? It's like, well, geez, I guess if you get everything, you're gonna have a good time, right? But you don't always get everything. Okay, we need to draw the thing, both to survive and to heal back, so we're gonna play Offering. We did draw Reaper. Okay, that's great. So we heal for 50. We can't make him vulnerable or get more strength. But we can heal for 50, so that's something. Great, we win. Whew. That was a close one. Doesn't look like a close one because we're at 68 out of 71, but yikes. It is definitely strong. No, yeah. Definitely it's a strong thing. It's just like, yeah. They're not even like that particularly good together, right? It's like Dead Branch is strong in Ironclad because there's lots of ways to exhaust thing. Corruption is strong in Ironclad because it's friggin' corruption. It makes things cost 0, right? And they happen to have an interaction, right? And that interaction is good, right? But it's, you know, mainly you're winning because you're an Ironclad deck that's exhausting lots of stuff and getting lots of value from exhausting stuff. Not necessarily because those two things are Corruption, Dead Branch. Like, you could get value from exhausting stuff different ways too. You can get Feel No Pains that get block every time, get Juggernauts to get damage every time you get blocked. You know, there's lots of ways to skin a cat. None of these are good. Flex is good with Limit Break, but we're doing way better stuff than that. So no. Skill Pot I think is better than Gambler's Brew. So probably should have spent the Gambler's Brew at some point. Alright, the Maw. We scale up, but he scales up faster. So we have to kill him before he kills us. As with all things. I guess I should have Pommel Striked before I played the power. It's not like I ever wasn't playing the power, but should have seen what the draw was. Headbutt would be good, huh? Haven't thought about Headbutt. This turn is probably Shockwave Offering, and then something, whatever Offering draws. I guess we'll Offering and then Burning Pact. I guess there's a world where we only Burning Pact and don't Offering, so I'll do that first, just in case. Headbutt is pretty much always good. Yeah, it's also just like a really good damage common. Wait. Oh, double Headbutt. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Headbutt's like one of the sort of top tier damage, floor 1 damage commons for me. So I definitely don't mind taking at least a single one. Taking a double one is a little bit iffy. I don't think we need the Offering here. We'll just pass. But even then, like, if 2 Headbutts is like a significant portion of your damage, like, go for it. Okay, we definitely want to proc Ritual Dagger this fight. We've taken a couple fights off, but those were elite fights, and this is just the Maw. So I don't think we're going to do just 60 damage here. We're going to try and kill him with it. So we're done this turn. Alright, let's see what's in this box. It's always Blood for Blood. This is like the 3rd Blood for Blood I've generated this run. It is just a lot of blood. Yeah, with Limit Break, Headbutt is insane. That is for sure. Just a casual 100 damage Wild Strike. Is this a kill? No, it's not. We can Reaper and then it's a kill. Let's see, 42 plus 85. Yes, sir. Okay. All right. No, I wouldn't say anything is insane with Limit Break. Limit Break is kind of in a sort of specific little synergy area where you want to have like card draw and deck manipulation and like, if you can, temporary strength. I don't know. I really do enjoy Flex plus Limit Break. That's like one of my favorite Ironclad combos, but Flex is just so bad on its own that it's often hard to pull off. We talked about taking a Cleave earlier. We were concerned about Reptomancer, but we're kind of past most of the Reptomancers. There could be one more. And we passed on it even then. Body Slam, I think, is a no. And Dual Wield is here again, trying to convince us to dual wield our Dark Embrace or something. But I think no. Ritual Dagger. Let's upgrade that Demon Form. Right? Yes. It is another Repromancer. Very well. That's always happening. Probably going to Pommel Strike and, I guess, Wild Strike on somebody. So that's going to be that front guy. Okay, we'll just use the regular strike. Unless we want to skip it for disarm. Skipping it sounds scary. A temporary strength. I like it. Hey, it's Reaper. So Limit Break Reaper does 16 AoE, so it kills him. Okay. I think we'll blow a Ritual Dagger on this guy as well. Wait. That only blocks for 9, whereas I could just block for 8 and keep Ritual Dagger. It feels really stupid to spend Speed Pot on just one card, but maybe it's right to do. It's only 5 health, but maybe it's worth it. Especially since we already spent our Reaper. You think just Ritual Dagger on the Repromancer? Oh, yeah, Dagger the Rip. Yeah, I think that's pretty defensible. Oh my gosh, there's like no attacks in here. Like the only attack left is Carnage. We drew all the attacks already. Okay, so how are we gonna... If we draw Carnage next turn, is it just lethal? If we get like Shockwave Carnage, it certainly is. Let's drink this potion. Okay, 0 cost, shrug it off. I think I will drink the Speed Pot then. Ooh, Offering. Okay. And then Flame Barrier Defend. Kills both of these daggers. Blocks out for a bunch. We get to save Ritual Dagger. One weird trick Redbeards hate. Drinking a bunch of potions. We did just blow all of our potions right before we go to the Act 3 boss, so it's not ideal, but we also saved a bunch of health, so it's not terrible. I think we're gonna Burning Pact the Infernal Blade. Okay. Nothing useful, just nothing good this turn. Okay, cool. Shockwave Carnage, are you lethal? I think no. But it does set up for a Ritual Dagger, which is presumably coming. I guess the Order should have gotten the strength before I attacked. Ritual Dagger? Ritual Dagger? No. This is lethal, actually. The super greed play is to Pommel Strike a dagger and then look for Ritual Dagger. I guess we can shrug it off. Yeah, I just can't be that greedy. Can't do it. Alright, we'll just have to take a kill. Would have been a Wound was the next card. We have a weird turn 1. We have 2 bottles and a bag of prep and a lantern. A lot of stuff happening on turn 1. Inferno Blade can GTFO. I think Fire Breathing is still a no from earlier. And this is our 3rd offered dual wield. But I think no, still. Alright, we don't really need the 4 health that we would get from resting. Oh, we do need the recall. I almost just skipped Act 4. Let's go ahead and go to Act 4. Alright, I think Demon Form is always happening, even though we're going to take 24 or something like it. Shockwave just clears a couple of artifact charges. I was this close to clicking upgrade and taking something. I didn't actually get to the point of looking at what card I would have upgraded, but if I had gotten to that point, there's no way I would have remembered. Yeah, I think definitely the plan is to heal at the end once we get stacked up. I think we're probably limit breaking this turn too. So it's like pommel strike limit break, I guess. Ooh. I don't like skipping a Dark Embrace, especially in a fight with Dazes. It's only for 3 strength. Maybe I don't care. Yeah, the Dazes are too big of a deal. I'll take Dark Embrace. Take 20. Lose 2 plate. Ouch. Let's offer these Donudeka people some of our blood. We can block for 24. That's almost 30. And then we can save Carnage, or we can Wild Strike. If we don't save Carnage, we draw an extra card next turn. Well, you know, I've eaten Donu enough times to know that he's delicious, and I just want to share some of my blood so that they can see that I am actually not delicious. So they should probably stop trying to eat me. If we play one attack and the other attack is Pen-Nibbed, I'm okay landing a Pen-Nibbed Wild Strike, but it would be kind of fun to land a Pen-Nibbed Carnage. If we do a Pen-Nibbed Carnage, we're taking like 12 damage, whereas we could take 4. I think I like taking 4. So we'll just set up the Pen-Nib for next turn. Is Ritual Dagger ever lethal next turn? If we play Strike Wild Strike, that's 18 plus 21 is 39. And we go up to 12 strength, 39 plus 12 plus 45. Definitely not lethal. Not close. That's true, it's not 39. So the 45 and the 12 strength get doubled, but it's still not close. It's like 100 off. Yeah, okay. Oh, we use the Pen-Nib if we use 2 attacks, that's correct. Okay, so we triple defend Carnage, then set up the Pen-Nib for Ritual. Okay. We will draw a card when we do this. Who do we care about having artifact charges more? I think Donu, or Deka, he's going to be alive for longer. So we'll go after one of his. Impervious Evolve seems fun. Oop, there's the Reaper. Alright, Ritual Dagger hitting for 120. Pretty good damage. If Carnage was actually hitting for 86, we would have lethal. But it'll hit for 43 or something. I guess let's Shred first. Okay, so then we like power through double defend, I guess. He's hitting for 36. This blocks for 23, 31. So I'm only getting a little bit of value out of the last block. I guess I save a plated armor. I don't really care about plated armor. I think I care more about Wild Strike. If I'd played the Disarm on Deka last turn, I could actually hit him with Vulnerable now, but it's not really that valuable. What are you doing? Blood for blood again. It's happening more now that I've called it out. It's like, yeah, it is going to be blood for blood every time. Okay, he's 81. That does 22 plus 27 is 49. Plus 36 is 65. So we can kill him. Oh wait, no, that's not true. That's not how that works at all. So these cost 3, we've only got 3, so we can't do anything extra. Look, spot weakness of Burning Pact. We're also dying if we don't block. It's worth calling that out, you know. If we blood for blood on one of them, and then strike on the other one, and then Reaper, we heal for 44. Which seems necessary. We're trying to kill Donu first, so I think we blood for blood on him. Strike on Deca. Hey, Alika. Ali? How's it going? Alika. H. I don't know what to do with H. Is it just like sort of aspirated at the end? Sorry. It's probably something nobody wants to hear. Okay, so we're going to Pommel Strike Donu to death. We're also going to Limit Break. And we are online. We don't need to play any more cards. And if we draw, we can't play any of them, so... Yeah, so it is worth it to use Shockwave to remove the debuffs. So for example, I can make him vulnerable now with the Disarm Shockwave. He is also trying to hit me for 40. So that's not ideal. Yeah, I think we... Let's see. So we need to play at least one in defense. The Shockwave does the weak and then the vulnerable, so we can't weaken him. Actually, we can. We can Shockwave and then disarm. So we can get him down to 18 times 2. So that blocks for 6, these block for 8. We removed it at an event. It was the Designer Inspire. It was unupgraded. We already had the Shockwave Plus, so I was like, yeah. I think I like making him vulnerable more than I like him getting -3 strength. No, that's just wrong, isn't it? Because we're killing him pretty quickly. So I think all that we care about this turn is reducing the amount of health that we lose. And the way we do that is Shockwave, Disarm, Defend. No, it's a double defend, right? That's why we don't care. So double defend is the most block. So we'll just do that, and then spot weakness, Wild Strike. Alright, well, we don't have a Pantograph, and we're going into the next boss fight with 9 HP. And we're not even setting up our Pen Nib. So this is going to be tricky. Yeah, right. Okay, so we have to block for 24. We can do that with Power Through or Flame Barrier. Both. But I think we're probably going to Demon Form. So it's going to be like Demon Form, Flame Barrier. Take 4. I'm not dead. We just need to land a big Reaper. That's what the deck does, so we can do it. Unfortunately, Reaper is here already. It's a little bit early. Can we survive this turn without Reaper? So if we disarm, he goes down to 15 damage, and then shrug it off, and he hits us for 4. Seems survivable. Let's shrug it off first, see what we get. Do we play the Evolve? There are slimes in this fight. I think we're really focused on clock, though. And Evolve wastes a little bit of clock. Yeah, it is crazy. I think the old world record was for rotation win streaking, so he didn't beat that, but Is evolve a must? That one clock could be fairly important. So if we're on 4 on the clock, I feel pretty confident that we'll be able to take 3 turns in that amount of time. If we go to 5 on the clock, I feel like 3 turns might not happen. Maybe we just Reaper here. Yeah, we're definitely never offering. Definitely never strike. But if we don't Reaper, like, we need at the very earliest, we're going to draw it 4 turns from now. And that's a lot of turns. So if we play Evolve, we could draw it a little bit earlier because of the wounds. We could get past them a little easier. I just don't see how... I don't see how we're surviving that many turns. We do have a bunch of defends. I think we'll just keep it like this. And we'll see if we can make it work. The other disarm would be big if he multi-attacks. Impervious is huge here. So this is just impervious disarm limit break. Okay. That's a good turn. He's only doing 6 damage, so I'll just block. I don't think Spot Weakness is worth it. Spot Weakness sort of moves us 1 turn ahead on the Demon Form clock, but leaves us at 9 on the clock. I don't see any block for next turn. It's just 1 defend, so we have to draw that, and it has to be enough. Yikes. So if he big attacks, we're going to die, unfortunately. Yeah, and Spot Weakness never saves us. I guess I don't see any reason to wait, though. Shockwave only saves me if it's a small attack. If it's a big attack, I think we still die. Yep, it's a big attack. Yeah, defend is not enough here. I think that is going to be it. Maybe the Ritual Dagger is stacked enough. Darn. Dying with 500 money always feels wrong, too. That's true, Dark Embrace, Ritual Dagger would have drawn, but I had 3 on the clock, so... is there any card I could have drawn that would have saved me? I don't think so. Shockwave wouldn't have done it, no. Yep. Yeah, that's disappointing. We really died to the Donu Deca. The fact that Deca hit us for like 50 was pretty brutal. I think we need to do a better job of timing up the Reaper with the end of the fight. Drat. It was a good run, though. Bottled Demon Form. It feels like you're supposed to get a win if you get a Bottled Demon Form. But we didn't get enough block. Just like that 1 Flame Barrier and the 1 Shrug It Off. Had a lot of work to do. Power through as well. No Feel, No Pains offered. I'm not sure if Feel No Pain would have been exactly good, but... that could have really used a... what's the block version of Sever Soul called? Second Wind? Second Wind would have been really good. Redbeardy, I think you got to modify your opinion about Demon Form and Reaper. Demon Form and Reaper is a whole archetype. If you can find those two, you're in a whole different area. Because like any fight is you can win at full health. Yeah, we didn't get enough block to set up for that, though. I think the Dark Embrace was wrong. I think it was like, we should have never taken the like evolve the Dark Embrace, and like there was just some junk in the deck. The Parasite was really bad. Yeah, exactly. Spot weakness limit break was enough. As we never did find a headbutt. Headbutt would have been really helpful. We had quite a bit of draw though, so the spot weakness limit break could have been enough scaling. But honestly, like spot weakness limit break has exactly the same problem, right? Where you need to defend it while you set it up, and we were never able to defend ourselves after setting up Demon Form. Also, that bottled Pommel Strike like was not very useful after Act 1. Like I knew that was going to happen when I picked the bottle. I was like, Act 1 bottles, I don't know, but we give it a shot. Okay, that's going to be the end of the stream for me. Let's go see if there is a Slay the Spire streamer on who's doing cool stuff. There are not very many. And the only one who's got more than 3 viewers I am not familiar with, so let's go look at Monster Train instead. See if there's some good people over there. Let's go watch Pans play Monster Train. I like Pans. Alright, there's a YouTube channel you can go to, and a Discord community you can join if you like this kind of stuff. Other than that, I'm gonna go watch Pans with you guys. I'll see you later.
What the?